What's up, guys? Okay, yeah, Kentucky, the big news tonight, Kentucky loses to Baylor at home. I was unable to see the game. I went to a local high school game, and high school team, the Vikings, won, which was good. But anyway, yeah, I thought the Kentucky game was on later tonight, and it wasn't, so I missed it. Indiana played though, but I'll talk about that tomorrow. But I knew Kentucky would have issues at the guard position this year. If you've seen my vlog, my preseason top 10 vlog, that's the first vlog I uploaded. I knew that, you know, I said they'd have trouble with the guard position. And I had them 8. Okay, my preseason poll had Kentucky number 8. The AP poll had them 3. I mean, they do have experience at the guard position. I think Harlow, I don't know if that's how you say his name, but I figured that they'd have trouble still. I don't think the guards they brought in was that established. I don't know, maybe they will, but you know, I think Calipari is smart bringing in trying to bring in transfer students with experience, no doubt. But you know, it just ain't panning out. Now I knew there was potential of Kentucky having issues like this and struggling this bad. But honestly, I didn't think they'd go this low. I just didn't. You know, like I said, I had them 8 preseason poll, and I figured they'd get better as the season goes on. I still think they will. But honestly, I think Baylor is a team like Georgetown. I think Baylor's a good team. Drew, the coach, he's awesome. He's an Indiana guy. He was the player who hit the winning shot in the 90s for Valparaiso, and then CAA tournament. Last second shot to win. It was awesome. But anyway, he's a good coach. And no doubt, I think Baylor's probably a better team than what people think. Just like Georgetown. You know, I think Georgetown's much better than what people think. Well, Kentucky did the right thing, looking for experience at the guard position, but man, it just takes time to fit into the system, I think. And you know, you have all this young talent. I knew Noel. A lot of people were saying he was going to be as good, if not better, than Davis. That to me is comical. He's just a different type of player than Anthony Davis. I said he'd be good, maybe better than Davis in his own way. But, you know, I knew that he's more explosive than Davis. I mean, I think he's a lot more athletic and stuff. But I knew Kentucky was going to have issues, you know. But I'm not saying Noel's a bad player at all, but I knew he wasn't going to be like Davis. I just knew it. just wishful thinking for Kentucky fans, I guess. Yeah, I think Kentucky, I mean, this could just be a 2-game stretch for this. A little stretch where they've struggled, and then all of a sudden they just get together, and this is what they needed, and, move on and improve. And I think you're going to see that. I don't think it's over for Kentucky. I don't know. It's a young team, people, and I'm not trying to stick up for Kentucky. It's just, I'm not being biased, I think Kentucky still has the potential of being a top 5 team by March, February, no doubt about it. They're young, and the transfer goals that Calipari brought in, I don't think they're panning out just yet. I mean, it doesn't, they've had issues. I mean, I think one of them was sick. I think Harlow, so I mean, I don't know. But losing at home and only scoring 50 points, that's the last 2 games, only scoring in the 50s, that's serious signs of trouble. But the thing about having a lot of young talent, though, is that means there's all kinds of potential. So, man, I mean, I think they could make it close to the top 5. I think they probably will. Maybe not right off the bat, but by March, look out. And I think this is where Calipari, Kentucky mess up. Indiana is doing it exactly how I want them to. Tom Crean is doing a perfect job in recruiting. He is beating Calipari when it comes to recruiting. I don't care what anybody says. He is doing it exactly how I want him to. We're getting a few on one and done. One year now. But we're also getting a lot of 2-4 players, and that's exactly how I've said this for years. That's exactly how I want Indiana to recruit in the current college basketball landscape with players leaving. This is exactly how I think Indiana should recruit. This is how I would recruit. This is how they're doing it. And I think Kentucky's making mistakes. I think one and dones. I mean, but I think Calipari and I think Kentucky, that they had the right idea this past year. They were bringing in some guards with experience, because I think they knew that they were in trouble unless they brought in experience at the guard position. But they just didn't. They didn't do it. I mean, they just didn't pan out. I mean, they got them, but like I said, I think one of them was sick, and it'll take time. I mean, don't count Kentucky out. But Indiana and Tom Crean is doing the perfect job of recruiting exactly how I wanted to recruit. Indiana's playing exactly how I wanted to. And I was going to say something earlier today in the vlog I shot today. Indiana is being so unselfish. I mean, they are being absolutely perfect. Shot selection has been absolutely near perfection. I am super impressed with Indiana's shot selection so far this season. I think, and they're unselfish. Sometimes they don't even want to shoot the ball. That is like an excellent sign for Indiana. That's what you want from a team. You don't want them to go down and just throw it up. And no doubt that reflects Tom Crean as coach. No doubt about it. I think he's doing an awesome job. And he's teaching team, team, not individual, but team. And that's what wins championships. And so that's a good sign. But shot selection separates the good teams from the best teams. And a lot of times teams a lot of times people, a team that has a bad shooting night, a lot of times people are like, oh, well, they'll have an off night. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just something simple: shot selection. Shot selection is vital to a team's success, and I think Indiana's on top of it. I wasn't gonna do this, but I'll do it really quick. I did watch like the first 10 minutes of the IU Coppin State game, but I was editing and stuff, so I was just kind of in and out. Wasn't paying attention to it too much. I know they won. I missed it because I went to the high school game. But yeah, they got off to another slow start. 10 minutes in, and they were only up by a couple points. Bad passing. I don't know. It's tough. It's very difficult. It's like Bob Knight says in his book, My Story, if you ever read it, it's one of my all-time favorite books. He talks about it. It's the last game, next game theory. It's, after a big win like over Carolina and then heading into a game against Coppin State, it's tough to get energized and motivated. And, I'm not giving excuses, but, it looked pretty sloppy full 10 minutes. But anyway, yeah, Kentucky loses big at home against unranked Baylor. We will see how they respond to Calipari and see how Calipari handles it. I believe Kentucky's in trouble. But do not count them out. I think Kentucky's a legit top 10 team, or will be a legit top team. Not now, but they will be a legit top team by the end of the year, I think. I'm starting to have a little bit of doubt, but I mean, anytime you have that much talent, the potential's there. So that's it. I had to do another vlog after Kentucky lost, and I think that's it. Go IU.
Your daddy? Yeah, your school's coming up short. What? Billboard